I never thought I would lose this much this quick. The amount of compliments I get on a day-to-day basis is unbelievable. I
Yeah,
never would have thought in 6 months. Hey, what's up, man? How you doing?
doing good. Just finished leg day. We're pushing through. 6.5
Good.
hours out from my show. What about you, man? How's everything?
No, it's going good. It's going good.
Nice. No work today. Just chilling.
Not working from home.
Okay.
So yeah, it's kind of the end of all my meetings were this morning, so I'm freed up this afternoon.
All right. Awesome, man.
Yeah.
Awesome. Oh yeah.
Yeah,
For
good.
you were 3 hours ahead of me. It's still 12 right here.
Yeah.
Awesome, man. Well, dude. So I just wanted to get you on here just because again I know we just started this March, right?
Yep.
Here. So it hasn't been even long, and it's
Oh,
October now. I know. Let me just show off your transformation really quick, just because, dude, it's absolutely insane.
thank you. Yeah.
So it's almost nearly a 40-pound difference, right? Right. So I think we're about 38 pounds down since we first started. So yeah.
Yes.
So how you feeling with everything?
I feel great. I never thought I would lose this much this quick. When I went to join the program, I was wanted to like put muscle on, like bulk, like not necessarily thinking like I guess not really realizing how much fat I really had to lose. So this transformation already has been night and day. The amount of compliments I get on a day-to-day basis is unbelievable. I
Yeah.
never would have thought in 6 months.
100%, man, 100%. And like I said, we barely just started too, right? This is
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
it's October right now, 2024, and we started March, and as you know, it's not like we didn't gain muscle. We were
Right. Oh yeah.
we were gaining muscle through this process as well as losing fat. So
Yep.
absolutely insane, man. So yeah, before
Yeah.
we get into everything else, I do want to talk a little bit about you first, right? For people who are watching, just introduce yourself. What's your name? How old are you? Just a little bit about you, brother.
Yeah, so my name's Andrew Romandino. I'm 33 years old. I live in Westchester, Pennsylvania, so about a half an hour west of Philadelphia. Married, baby on the way. I work at a corporate job. I work from home, hybrid, going there a couple days a week, so pretty normal.
I want to ask you as well, before we even joined the program, before we even talk about results or anything like that, how you're feeling. Where were you before your fitness journey, before the Aesthetic Dream? We can even talk about how are your energy levels, your body, your mindset, discipline, everything about you, before joining, brother.
Before, I was pretty disciplined on myself. I just wasn't aware of what to do, to be honest. So I was in the gym probably a good 2.5 years before decided to make the jump into this program. And looking back, I was overdoing it, which I feel is like a common theme that we all talk about in the group. I just see training plans online, kind of try to follow them. Didn't really work. I knew about I had to maximize my protein, but I wasn't maximizing everything very efficiently. So then it's just been night and day difference since joining the program. I could now use my same energy and discipline, but what I'm doing is working. Instead of guessing, oh well, maybe I'll try this program, or maybe I'll try this. This influencer says, oh, I should do this on chest day, and it's like 10 exercises.
Yeah, I mean, that's something that I went through in the past as well. That's why I always talk about it, right? Because how many times have you been in the gym for about a year and you've seen the same people there? They're consistent. You see them there every single day, but it's like they still look the same. So it's not the
Right.
consistency,
Exactly.
right? It's they're consistent with the wrong blueprint, and I feel like that's where a lot of people kind of fall into is
Yep.
that trap of oh, if I spend 4 hours in the gym, that means I'm gonna get more results, right? But
Exactly what I thought.
yeah,
That's exactly what I thought.
which is obviously not the case because
No.
we combine, working hard and working smart, right?
We
That
do.
way we can actually get the results. And kind of going into, the Aesthetic Dream, the program, and everything. If I was to ask you, man, what do you feel like were your biggest challenges with fitness and just, obviously with training, nutrition, everything
Yeah.
before joining the transformation program, brother?
Yeah. So before joining the transformation program, I would say nutrition was hard for me just because I wasn't aware of exactly what I needed to do. I had a good idea, I get eating healthy and that concept that you can't eat fast food all the time, but I just wasn't aware of tracking my macros exactly every day. So pretty much the nutrition part was big for me.
Absolutely, absolutely. Obviously, since you've had these challenges in the past, you were consistent for 2 years. It's not like you're a total beginner, right? 2 years, and just your challenges with just the training and nutrition. To ask you, what do you feel like were your, I guess, obviously, kind of going into the program, what made you take the leap in joining and actually
Yeah.
ask, was that a thinking for you, Ben?
Yeah, so I was thinking about it about 6 months before I met you.
Okay.
And I actually had an interview with a different person.
Mhm.
And the vibe wasn't right.
Mhm.
I just felt off about it. So then I was like, all right, I'm just going to keep doing my thing. Ended up meeting you. We had a couple meetings. Basically, felt good about the program. I could identify with these people by saying I used to not know what I was doing, or I know exactly what we went through as an average person. Because you see people online and they're just you think it's unattainable
Yeah.
from an average person's mindset, who's just going to the gym.
Mhm.
So I pretty much just realized after 2 years I was pretty invested in it on my own, knowing that if I wasn't getting the results, I'm 33, so it's not like I'm like 22. I kind of didn't want to wait forever to figure this out on my own. So I just took the leap and very glad I did.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Absolutely. And the thing I always say is, this is something that I obviously use myself. I've done myself because in the past, I've hired a coach, right? Done it by myself in the past and did a lot of things wrong, hired a coach and got a lot of better results, right?
Yeah.
You're either investing with time or it's not like, you're not going to be investing with time either way. So it's like you either do it wrong for, let's say, 5 years, or, you just ask for help and then turn that 5-year transformation of like doing things wrong into, 6 months or a year. Like obviously when you started this March was absolutely crazy.
Exactly. And it's your health. Yeah. That's what I thought of it too. It's not like I'm investing in some, you know what I mean? So I'm like, oh, I need to invest this money to get rich quick, or just your health. It's you. So it's like, this is, what I want to do. So absolutely. No negatives really.
100%, man. And so let's talk about you now, right? Because I know we kind of talked about you before, right? Where, we've kind of started off 2 years in and then, you decided to get some help, really took that leap. And so now, again, we're barely halfway through, right? And you just crazy transformation. We got more to go, and honestly, I'm just excited to see how we're going to be looking in the next year, right? It's gonna
be for sure. I can't wait.
Yeah, and what have you achieved now so far, man? And how do you feel now?
I feel great. My energy's up. I feel like before this, I would get tired like midday, mid-afternoon. Say my energy's up, wake up, ready to go. I'm sleeping better. My wife said I don't snore as much, probably because I lost all my body fat. So overall, it's kind of hard to put in the words. Just my day to day, I just feel better just about doing just the little things.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's with the mental aspect of things, right? What you're describing. And then like physically, obviously we talked about you losing like 40 pounds and stuff. So what have you noticed like, everywhere else with like your physical aspect of things?
Yeah. So physically, I'm getting stronger in the gym. We're hitting PRs, definitely getting stronger. My clothes don't fit anymore, which is like a good and bad problem to have. Looking at like my pant size, even like the khakis I wear to work that I used to like be on the last belt loop. Now I'm like tightened up thinking like I need to just go buy new pants. I can't wear this in. So I just think that was only, I was wearing those in February. Now it's October and I'm at least 5 pant sizes down.
That's insane, dude.
Yeah.
Sizes down. And that's literally
nothing.
Started in the beginning of the year too. It's like we were already kind of like mid-March, when we started.
It was mid-March. I was kind of like teetering on it. If you would have told me in mid-March, like in our first interview, like, oh yeah, by October you'll be 170. I was 208 at the time. I just would have been like, okay, and just all right.
Absolutely.
And going through this, it's like I'm not starving. A lot of people are like, oh, would you just not eat? Do you like, you know what I mean? Like, are you eating like one small meal a day? And I go, no, like my nutrition plan, like I literally am not starving throughout the day. It's hard to track, but it's also, I don't feel like I'm giving up everything and I'm just like sacrificing so much to get to this point. Like I've just lived my life pretty normal as I did before, except now I've just let down 40 pounds. So
which is insane, man, which is insane. It kind of goes back into, what we were talking about earlier about training, right? With so many people, I noticed this. A lot of people are hungry for results, right? And then they're like, you know what? I'm just going to work hard, go crazy at the gym 4 hours, do a bunch of cardio and then eat one meal a day. It's like, they think that they have to go like super, super extreme to be able to get there, right? Which is obviously not the case. That's why I always like saying we like to also transform and educate together, because I also want you to understand, right? Not be reliant for like, 10, 20 years, a coach, right? You actually having an understanding is what's going to make the biggest impact. And so as for you, man, like with where you're at right now, obviously, I'm sure in the beginning, you were looking at the client interviews. It's kind of weird now how you're like on the other side where it's like,
it is.
Now we're talking about the results with you, right? If somebody's watching this, usually people are on the fence, right? Of like, should I do this? I've been doing it on my own for a long time. So I don't know if it's actually going to be benefiting me. Let's say a friend of yours were like, watching this. What would you tell that person who's kind of like on the fence about joining, and would you recommend it?
Yeah, I would recommend it 100% of the time. I was the person on that fence. Like I said, I had an interview with somebody else, felt weird about it, didn't want to do it, kept going on my own. It's like what you said earlier, to put it into perspective, it's you're either putting time in or money, but with the money comes the results.
Yeah.
Because what you can immediately start focusing on what you need to focus on. Also, when it comes to like the investment, like you said, you're learning. So it's something you can take with you. It's not like a one-time, hey, take these fat loss pills and then you're on the hook again. Like in our meetings, you were like, my goal is, you get through this program, you should know what you're doing at the end of it. And I feel like you guys do a great job on teaching the whys. So it's like, okay, that makes sense on why are we doing this for the future. So I think it's a great investment. I would do it 10 out of 10 times.
Awesome, man. We'll do. So I appreciate you. Realistically, like what I said, it's kind of cool, like now being
Yeah.
like just being able to share your wins as well, but not only that, inspire other people, because so many people, they're like literally one decision away from a life change.
Yes.
They could completely change like in that instance. And the reason why I do this is because I was on the other side as well, right? And then
Yeah.
you on this other side as well. So I really like spreading that inspiration, and not only that, but kind of having a rippling effect of like positive energy into other people,
Oh, for sure.
like completely transforming their life. So
Yeah.
awesome. I think that's pretty much it, unless you wanted to share anything else, whether it's like wins or advice to anybody else who's watching this. If you want to talk a little more about
Yeah, no, pretty much the advice would be just follow, I mean, if you do commit to this, just follow your coach's plan. Like I said, it's not anything out of crazy. I spend less time in the gym now than I ever did. I think my longest workout's 45 minutes, not including cardio, a couple times a week. And it's just week by week. You see results every time I have questions or anything. Carson's quick to answer or put my mind at ease. Sometimes if I'm doing good, like losing 2 pounds a week on average, then all of a sudden it just stops. He's like, don't worry about it. Like, I got you. And then jumps right back in. So having that personable coach there is great. So
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
man.
pretty much it.
Awesome, Andrew. Well, dude, I appreciate it, man. Like I said, you dropped number one, a bunch of golden nuggets for a lot of people on here. Just some good advice. And number two, I know it's really going to be inspiring a lot of people. So, dude, I appreciate you again. And talk to you soon, man.